decided to make another video. A YouTube user, Rich Guy 214 Productions, uh, asked me to make a Big 3 video, and I wanted to because I didn't realize that I never made one or talked about it. So the first wire that I did was the positive. You can see that I removed the stock 6 gauge or thick shielded 8 gauge. I don't know what it was. I removed that altogether. I ran my own wire, go into there, up under there, and it goes into this spot on the positive terminal. This wire here runs to my, basically to power all the accessories and everything needed to turn on the car other than the starter. There was a different one there, and if I used that one, I would have to use the original stock wiring from the car, which is here, and I just taped it up just to be safe. I don't know if it's being, powered somewhere else on the car. Here's the stock negative. So if I wanted to, I can remove, the Big 3 and put it back to stock if I ever sell the car, or if I ever wanted to sell the car. This one here is going to my starter. I put that plastic loom on there and ran it all the way to the starter, and it works fine. That way I can have my own wiring. It's new wiring. It's a lot more able to carry higher current than the old corroded wire, as you can see. These wires are just for my my LED lights. So the negative, I have this one here that's running straight to the body, right next to it. That was an original ground. You can see here. I just scraped it up, and before I mounted it up, I put some dielectric grease on there. This was the original ground that was going to there, so it's not too, you can see it's not too good of a ground. These two are for the LED, the ground for the LED bars. This one here is for my amplifier, the NVX NVPA4 that's inside behind the AC controls. I didn't trust the metal that was under the dash, for a good ground, so I ran this back there and actually used this as a ground for the amplifier. I didn't, you gotta have a good connection. And this is probably where it's gonna get kind of confusing. I already did. This is my third time trying to make this video, just because I got so confused on how I did this. It has been a while. So there's 3 0 gauge for grounds, even though you only see these 2. So this one comes through here, curves around, goes down, and you can kind of see that power wire move. It goes under it, and it mounts up to the stock ground on the motor. And then you see another one there. That wire is going to be a little more difficult to show you, but it goes, I'll show you under the car. There's a bolt that holds down the AC unit or compressor. I don't know what the hell that is. Condenser. And you can see I ran it from the motor to the chassis. That one's completely up to you. It's optional, but what I wanted to do was have the very best ground possible. So that one's coming from the motor to the chassis. You can see this wire here. I know it's a little dirty. I used the hard brake line bolt to mount it up, and you can see it coming up, that wire right there, and it goes back up, and it comes up through here and to there, and that's basically my big three. And if you want to count that one from the motor to the chassis, it I guess big four, it's whatever you want to call it. One thing that I did notice when I did the big three is, well, beforehand my instrument gauges, the lights would flicker, all of them, all from the AC controls, the speedo, the tachometer, oh, I don't have a tachometer, the gas, the heat, you know, coolant temperature. They would just all flash together. I don't know what it was doing, why it was doing that, but after I did the big three, that went away. And I read up on that on some forums, and it's a common problem for Crown Vics. So I honestly don't know which one it was. Maybe it was just this one. I have no idea. But doing the big three made that go away, and I haven't had any problems electrical wise, you know, since I did the big three. So I guess I did it right. So there you go. If you got any questions, I guess let me know. I know it's kind of difficult to see with all this mess here, but this one is going to the motor. This one's going straight to the chassis, and then there's another one from the motor to the chassis. And then of course you got your power wire there to your battery positive to get charged, and you got all your accessory wires coming out. So got any questions, just let me know.